upside down. I wrote some notes, so bear with me. It has been my pleasure being Ethan's advisor the past 4 years. When I first met Ethan, it was on a Zoom call during COVID. He spent his whole first year halfway around the world at his home in China. Right away, I noticed a couple of things about Ethan. He had an infectious enthusiasm and positivity to him that I wondered if it actually was real, and only to come find out that it was when I got to know him. But I also noticed a couple other things. Number one, he had a goofy hat on. It looked like it had some bird flew over it and had some droppings on the front of it. Had an ugly bee on it, okay? Unfortunately, I come to find out that Ethan, God forbid, is a Red Sox fan, okay? I guess there's another Red Sox fan over here. So it was early on in our relationship that I had to make a decision. Could I be professional and not hold that against him? The answer was no. And that is why during his counselor talk, I would like him to wear a real hat right here. Been a pleasure being his advisor. Good luck, buddy. Go get him.
All right, yeah. Thanks for Coach Case for the words and all the memory we had together. Hey y'all, my name is Ethan Wayne, and in case y'all don't know me, I hope you do though. If you don't, please go follow E1 Edit on Instagram, please. I'm not here to give a speech about like how you should become a better person. Like people who know me knows that I suck at grammar and I have a really bad pronunciation. I'm just here to share my story with y'all. I'm a 4-year senior. Well, technically 3 years, because I know Mr. Barrios said we should not be talking about COVID anymore, but I have to talk about it because it made me who I am. Sorry, I'm so nervous. COVID hit me hard. It is hard for me not to talk to anyone for 40 days straight and with all this inverse time zone thing for school. I still remember that I had to wake up 5 in the morning and join this advisor Zoom meeting with Coach Gaze, and everyone would see my just wake up face and with the most unpleasant hairstyle with my entire life. And because of COVID, my first impression of VES was on social media. So I saw a post on Instagram, which is Walter Marr's student counselor post. It's the first post I saw on Instagram. And here's the caption. Hey, I'm Walter Marr. I'm a freshman boarder on NC dorm from Wilmington, NC. And fun fact about me is my favorite type of ice cream is mint chocolate chip. I don't know anything about NC, and I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Where it tastes, Walter. You see, no one in China would ever post something like this on social media. And we people definitely don't want to know what's your favorite type of ice cream. And this impresses me. And it also tells me a message that I have to come to US and meet people like this. So I did. The next year I came to VES and had to quarantine for 2 weeks early on campus because COVID is still a thing. I was shocked how big the campus is and nobody is like really here except the football guys for preseason. So all I do just creep through the random window and watch them practice. To be honest, I never thought I would ever get involved in this sport by any chance. The idea of ball is kind of useless. All I see is just people like throwing fists at each other. And but I finally met this guy, Walter Marr. He's bigger than I thought. At least from my perspective, since I was skinny, and still I am. He came to me as the future head counselor and shook my hand and said, hey, I'm Walter Marr, welcome. In my head, I said to myself, damn, this guy's huge. And just at the same time, Dwayne walked by, and I lost my word. This guy are easy to go along with, and we soon become friends. I couldn't really understand their jokes at all. Now I can understand some. I kind of stuck myself into this comfort zone, and I only was talking to my Asian friend and I admired like for my entire sophomore year. And then at the end of the sophomore year, I realized that it is not my thing. I came all the way from another side of the planet to make friends where I could actually make 100 of them back in China. And my goal was to make real friends who are different from me. And that's when I met Klein. So I was struggling to find a new roommate. Me and Klein barely know each other before. And so we have the same first name, so we become the room of Easton Square. And soon we become friends. He put me on a lot of great movies and Fortnite. And I soon figured out why Fortnite is addictive, even though I suck at playing it. We developed a culture of Sawa night. It is really just me ordering Japanese hibachi for us, and we sit down and talk about our life, probably once a month. In our junior year, I changed a lot. I began to make friends with all Americans and share my culture by giving out what they call the most disgusting snack of all time, chicken feet. For those who haven't tried one out yet, it's super good, and it's really Chinese snack that every Chinese person loves. Well, they don't like it, and they say it smells like a Randolph toilet. But anyway, by doing so, I created a relatively strong bond with all the boys around the dorm, and personally, I feel great about it. It's way easier to make friends who are not like in this school, and make friends with people that are not the same as me. It's pretty fun. And it teaches me a lot of things that will help me in my future life, and just make my life at VES much interesting. Stepping out of your comfort zone is not an easy thing, but after you make the decision, it's not too hard to do so. And making friends is probably the easiest thing I've done in VES. All you need to do is just say hello every day, and they will be eager to talk to you. Finally, I want to say some thank yous. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me the chance to come to VES and make this friend that will now be my future friend for my entire life. Thank you, Klein, to be my best roommate I could ask for. Thank you, my friend, for supporting me and having me back and letting me to go along with y'all and stepping into this friend groups. Thank you, those who I didn't really successfully make friends with. Y'all really taught me a lot of lessons and shaped me into who I am right now. Thank you, Coco, who has been along with me for the past year and really taking care of my emotions. Thank you, John, for taking me out of campus and never actually paying me back for my sunflower seed that you eat. Thank you, Luke, for making all these terrible jokes about China. And by the way, Bulgaria is better than Serbia for sure. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Thank you, Mrs. Smith, for fixing my grammar on this speech. And yesterday was actually my 18th birthday. I'd like to use this chance to wish everyone really find their friends and really use this great campus to embrace all different cultures. And seniors, I can't really count. So how many days until graduation? Whatever that is, enjoy your time.